Hi Aries, welcome to your reading, and this is a reading for Aries Sun, Moon and Rising for May 2021. And keep in mind that this is a general reading, so it might not resonate with all of you out there, and if it doesn't, feel free to check your other placements here in the channel as well. So Aries, I already have your cards as always from the pre-shuffle, so we can jump straight into it. And this month I'm doing something a bit different. Usually I open up with the card that represents you and the card that represents your environment, but this month I am getting the card that represents you and the card that represents your shadow side. So what is something that is going on within you or in the environment that you're not seeing? What needs to be worked on? So we are going to open them up at the same time here. Okay, so we have the Magician representing you, and we have the Five of Water, which is the Five of Cups, representing your environment. And I love that you're coming up as the Magician here. I really love this because the Magician is a card of Aries for me. He is the manifestator. This is a very Martian energy, and Mars is your natural ruler in the astrology. So this is a card that goes for it, just goes and grab it. You have everything at your disposal. You just need to manifest. You just need to work with what you have. You just need to create. This is a moment for creation. So this May is a month in which you can achieve a lot, which makes sense to me because you had your birthday 2 months ago, 2 to 1 month ago. Now we are going to start moving into the Gemini season. And Gemini rules your third house, your natural third house. So it's the house of communication, but it's also a house of Mercury. It's ruled by Mercury. And in there, everything happens very fast. And the Magician is also a card that is ruled by Mercury. It's that busy life. So Mercury is a very busy planet. He takes on the mental energy and he puts them into practice. He wants to learn everything. He wants to observe everything. He wants to analyze data. So you coming with the Magician here gives me this energy that this month you want to start working on things. You want to start accomplishing projects. You want to start working on these projects. This is not just about planning. This is about action. This is about execution. But then in the shadow side here, we have the Five of Water, which is the Five of Cups. And in the shadow side, we still have the Morning. I see a constrained energy here because the Five of Water is a card of crying over spilled milk. Is a card of only focusing on what was lost, only focusing on what we don't have, instead of focusing on that we do have. And since it's on the shadow side, this is an energy that might not be completely acknowledged by you. And I do see this energy here associated to you, not to the environment. I don't see this being executed by the environment, which makes a lot of sense because I was about to get this card for the environment as I always do, but as I was shuffling, I just heard my guides saying that I should take for the shadow side for the zodiacs today. So this is a general message. This is an energy that is going on in the background of you that you might not be realizing. So there is this nature, that there is this quality of being attached to what is not working, and more than that, to what has not worked in the past. To lost people, to missed people, missed situations, missed opportunities. And this is happening subconsciously in some part of your mind. But you're coming up here as the Magician. So there is so much energy for a fresh start right now. There's so much energy for accomplishing something, for creating something. But this needs to be focused, okay? What can you create? What can you manifest? What can you dream of? Not what you missed, not what could have been, but what can be from now on. This is what needs to be focused on here right now. All right, Aries, so let's check your other cards. The Four of Pentacles. For some reason, I don't like the Four of Pentacles here. The Devil. Yeah, I knew I didn't like it. And the Ace of Swords in the reverse. For sure, there is an either physical, emotional, or mental attachment to something here. This can be patterns. This can be people. So this can be people that you don't want to let go of. This can be some of your own patterns, because it's coming with the devil here. So this can be some of your own patterns of behavior that you don't want to let go of. You keep holding on to them so tightly. But it's coming out with the devil here. So this is something you need to let go of. If this is a person that you're holding on to too tightly, this is someone that you need to let go of. And if these are aspects of yourself, patterns, characteristics, beliefs, self-limiting beliefs, ideas that you have of yourself, this is something that needs to be released, because it's coming with the devil. So it's something that is holding you back. This is an unhealthy behavior, relationship pattern that needs to be let go of, because it's leading to a lack of objectivity with the Ace of Swords in the reverse. And I think I don't know if it was to you. I feel like I gave a very similar message last month to you of a lack of objectivity here. So in order for these clear minds to be achieved, some old patterns, some old behaviors, they need to be abandoned. They need to be transformed, because they are acting out, holding on to them so tightly, telling yourself that they are part of who you are, that this is really who you are, or that's really how you, what you want, who you want, or how you want things. This is just holding you back. Whatever stories you might be telling yourself to justify having these behaviors, they are just holding you back with the devil. And there is this huge lack of objectivity here with the Ace of Swords. We have the Star in the reverse. Indeed, it's like it's not listening to your own voice and holding on too tightly. Three of Swords in the reverse. So I think that for many of you, it can indeed be a past person or past relationship that you're not letting go of. Okay, let's just keep opening and then... Yes, okay, so we have the Star in the reverse, the Three of Swords in the reverse, and the Four of Swords in the reverse. And closing it with the Five of Pentacles, Ace of Cups in the reverse, and the Hierophant. And though I really like the Hierophant here, I'm getting very mixed messages with this Ace of Cups in the reverse. So let's go to the second rule. What I don't like about this Star in the reverse coming right under the Four of Pentacles in the reverse is that the Star comes right after the Tower. And in the Tower, we lose everything we have. You can see that in the Star, she's naked. She doesn't have any belongings with her. She's stripped off everything that she owns. She only has herself. She only has her inner star that shines in her heart, and is shining the way, is illuminating the way for her. But since the Star here came in the reverse, it's a process that you're denying going through. You need to be stripped off. You need to be stripped off some things here. There are things that you need to let go of. And as I said, for some of you, these will be external circumstances. It can be people, it can be people, it can be situations, it can be a job, it can be a person. But for some of you, I also think that these are patterns, are self-limiting patterns, toxic behaviors that you are holding on to and that you are so afraid of letting go of, because you think that they are part of who you are. You think that they are part of your personality, of your individuality, but they are not. And I'm hearing in my mind coping mechanisms. Sometimes we create coping mechanisms and we attach to them so strongly, and then we tell ourselves, but this is who I am, this is my individuality. And no, this is just a coping mechanism that you absorb while growing up, and it's time to let go of so that the real you can shine, that the real you can come out of it. And as I'm saying this, I'm having this mental image of someone enclosed in an onion, and there are all these layers. And I see this person who is over-identifying herself with the onion, while not seeing that actually the onion needs to be peeled off layer by layer so that that core, that person that is in the middle, can actually shine. That's what I'm seeing in my mind. And that's the process of the tower, is the process in which we lose everything and we think we are losing ourselves. But actually we are just losing those layers that are coping mechanisms that are not doing anything for us. They did something for us. That's why they became coping mechanisms in first place. While growing up, they served us. They should have been there. They were there to protect us for a reason. But now we need to outgrow them. But by not allowing this process to happen, you can't enter the star. It's delaying healing. And this is so interesting because both these cards are cards of healing and they are both coming in the reverse. So we have both the Three of Swords and the Four of Swords. Both of them are cards of healing and they are in the reverse. It's just denying the healing from happening. It's just keeping it from happening. It's just delaying the process. Because the Three of Swords is a card of pain, but it's a necessary pain. It's a pain that needs to happen. So, because also the Four of Swords comes right after the Three of Swords. So we go through a moment of pain, we let our hearts bleed, and then we rest, we heal, we regenerate. And we get ready for the battle again in the Five of Swords. But this healing is not happening. And it's coming right under that Ace of Swords in the reverse. So there is indeed something here that is not being seen, that is not being perceived. There's a lack of objectivity, a lack of clarity, not seeing things how they really are, not seeing the patterns that need to be let go of. And look at where this is leading, to the Five of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups in the reverse. The cycle is just going to repeat itself. While these patterns are not dropped, the cycle is just going to repeat itself. Because there's also that thing. If external situations keep not working for us, if every relationship you start doesn't work for you, there's something going on there that is not right, there is a common denominator. Right? And I'm not blaming you for everything. Don't take it like that, Aries. But I think that we need to understand that there's a reason why we keep letting these people come into our lives and stay. And that's a pattern that we need to work on ourselves. And while we don't acknowledge, while we don't take the responsibility for our part in that, the cycle just repeats itself again with the Five of Pentacles. And we are led to the Ace of Cups in the reverse here. And look how this Ace of Cups is coming right after that Three of Swords in the reverse, coming after the Devil. And what I don't like here is this close off. Like actually, the whole reading is quite tough this month for you, Aries. I think this is the first. I think that usually your readings are very positive. But this month is being tough, which is a shame because you are showing up as the Magician. So you need to embody this braveness. Let go of that Five of Water. Let go of those patterns. Let go of that lack mentality. And embrace the energy that you are embodying here as the Magician. Because as I was saying, I also dislike this Hierophant closing off your reading. I usually really like the Hierophant. It's a very positive card for me. But I'm not liking it here. Because the Hierophant is the connection with the divine through a mediator. It tells us that we are not ready yet. When the Hierophant is in the reverse, then yes, we abandon the Pope. We don't need the Pope anymore. We don't need the priest. We don't need the connection. We don't need the mediator anymore because we ourselves, we are connected to the source. We are our own guru. But when the Hierophant is in the upright here, it tells me that we are not ready. We are not ready. We need to go through, we still need to listen to the guru outside of us. We still have things to learn on the outside. We are not our own guru yet. Okay, Aries? So let's get some oracle cards to close off your reading. And I'm really feeling like getting the goddess cards for you guys this month. Haven't used this deck in a while. Okay. I got many cards, but I'm not feeling like getting all of them. But I will get this one that jumped for less. So spend time near water, such as lake, river, or the ocean to recharge your batteries. So indeed, that lack of healing. I think that this is an important time for you to look for some rest. So I know that right now it's very complicated to tell and suggest to people that they should travel because, well, we don't live inside a hut, right? We know what's going on in the world, and most of us cannot travel at the moment. But if you can, if you have access, even if you can just rent a cabin around the place where you live and go for a weekend, it's important for you to take some time here now to rest a bit. And then we also got peace. There is no need to worry. Everything is working out beautifully. And peace. Again, I keep getting this need to rest, need to go through the healing, but we can only go through the healing after we finish going through the painful events that have been trying to close a cycle in our lives. And at the same time, there is no need to worry. Actually, this is something that is coming to me. There is no need to worry. If there is so much fear here, because this, for me, is a card of fear. The Four of Pentacles is a card of a lot of fear. Fear of facing the truth, fear of facing ourselves, fear of facing our own patterns. But there's no need to worry as everything is working out beautifully. You are supposed to go through this process. It's painful, it's stressful, it's tiring, it's everything, but you are supposed to go through it if you are to peel out those layers of onion to find yourself. Wonders. And it's amazing how many times this card comes out for me. And this is a big deck. It has so many cards, but almost every time every reading that I do every month, this card comes for several zodiacs. So we got wonders. But you see here how the wonders, it's hidden in a nebula. You have this big crystal, but there is a nebula here, and it's hiding it. Some things are needed to be cleared out, but there are wonders there. Underneath all those layers, you know, there is that star. The devil is breaking out those patterns. After the devil, we have the tower, and after the tower, we have the star. So there are all the wonders in there. There is something beautiful flourishing on the inside. But in order for it to be seen, in order for it to be really embodied, you need to peel out those layers first, Aries. So yes, Aries, that's all I have for you this month. And I hope you enjoyed your reading. And if you liked it, please give a like and subscribe to the channel. When you give a like to this video, it really helps the algorithm to show it to more people and the video gain more visibility. So Aries, I see you next month. Take care. Bye-bye.